This video is going to be a comparison between the MDLX and the Jadatoys. Now I'm going to preface this all by saying it's not really a fair comparison because this is a $40 toy and this is a $20 toy. But what I will tell you is this guy has just as many accessories as this guy. Like, there's no difference. The major difference between the two are going to be the materials they use to get each job done. We're going to go over all of that right now. One of the things I want to point out off the bat is the highlights. Now, you would think for a $40 figure this guy would have more paint, but he doesn't. This $20 figure actually has more paint on it. You can actually see that in the helmet. There is a light blue highlight next to this middle piece. There's one on the butt there. Blaster has a highlight on the inside. There's a highlight on the crotch, the legs. There's just more paint here. This guy for $20 more, it is heavier, but there's no highlights on it. And I think maybe I'm tripping, maybe there is, but I put this under some pretty harsh lights and I don't see any highlights really. Now for this comparison, I did compare every single thing about the figure all the way down to the accessories. The MDLX comes with 3 sets of hands, a blast effect, and an extra face. It also comes with this little energy container. I'm assuming that's what it is. I'm not the biggest Megaman fan, but I think he gets energy from those. Staying with the MDLX, it does have a split helmet design so you can swap the faces. Kind of prefer the way Jada did it because this is kind of a hassle. And it kind of feels like they're banking on you buying all the Megamans they make just to get different expressions, which kind of sucks. And that's all you get in the package, expecting a lot more accessories for 40 bucks. Now coming to the Jadatoys, he has the exact same amount of accessories. He has an extra head, which is the other face, 2 sets of hands, and he has a blast effect. I did want to show you guys stuff side by side, mainly because I have the footage and I need this video to be 8 minutes long. But I also wanted you to see the design elements, like the differences, I guess. Stuff you can expect with a $20 price difference, but these hands do look a lot alike. The Jadatoys obviously have a peg and the Megaman ones are on a ball joint, so they pop on and off. And the blasters are the same, but different. Again, you're dealing with a $20 price difference, so it's gonna look a little bit better for $40. But I will say the Jadatoys just has like this charm about it. I do prefer the MDLX blast effect style, mainly because it pegs into the cannon. The Jadatoys blast effect pegs into a stand and you have to have that separate from the figure. The MDLX just allows you to pose the figure a little bit better and you can get the blast effect anywhere you need it. Now rolling on to articulation, that's where these guys are going to depart. This one obviously has better articulation and costs more money. This is a $20 figure with single jointed knees and elbows, and he does what single joints do, which is not bad for this scale, but I just kind of wish he had double joints. I do want to point out though, for the $40, that this guy has a couple of issues. If I pose this arm too much, it pops out. And the same thing goes for the hips. If I move this hip up this way and out, it pops off extremely easy. Now, I haven't seen any reviews for this, so I don't know if that's a thing across the board. But my version, that's a problem. If I'm moving this arm, if I'm going to articulate it for a pose, this thing will just pop out. Now it goes back in just as easy as it comes out, but it shouldn't come out, especially at $40. At $40, this thing should be a lot better. Granted, it is hefty. You do get the nice sheen on it. It does have a really good paint job, but the limbs popping off is a no for me. Also, I want to point out on the MDLX, he looks very bored. I was talking to Pancheezy or Pancho, however you know him, and I was asking him if he had this figure. He's like, yeah, I got it on pre-order. And I was saying, it's just something about the MDLX that looks off to me. Like, it looks good, but it looks off. And he pointed out that he just looks bored. And looking at this on camera, especially next to Jadatoys, I get exactly what he was saying. And looking at these side by side, you can definitely see why this MDLX one looks bored. He just doesn't look like he's having a good time. Jadatoys Megaman looks like he's in it for the thrill. He's ready for whatever comes his way. This guy looks like he's ready to clock out and go home. I'm not all the way done with the articulation. I did want to show you the MDLX versus the Jadatoys side by side. Obviously, the MDLX has double joints, so it's going to bend a whole lot better. Knees are really surprising because it's like a fold-out joint. Ankles are also a lot better than the Jadatoys, but again, that's not against the Jadatoys because that's a $20 figure. This is a $40 figure. So I would assume at $40, the budget is bigger and the engineering is better. They both do the same amount of stuff. The Jadatoys is just a little more limited in certain areas. Mainly with the ankles going up, it's pretty limited that way, but every other direction is about the same as the MDLX. Now for the neck range, the Jadatoys is pretty decent in that regard, but it's nowhere as good as the MDLX. They really did a good job with these double ball joints on this. Torso articulation is about the same on each figure. Neither one is like getting the deepest range, so there's that. The shoulders and arms are another part where this figure just separates itself. Jadatoys is pretty basic when it comes to articulation. Like I said earlier, it's just single joints, so you're not gonna get much. But Threezero was able to squeeze a bicep swivel in there, double jointed elbow, and a little butterfly joint. A little bit. It's on a ball joint, but it's there. Now when I bought this at Frankensons, because I got this from Toy Arena at Frankensons, if you want this or this one, I have links in the description of BigBADToyStore. They're both there, so if you want either one, check the description. I bought this from Frankensons. We were having a discussion about, will Threezero do the obscure characters? Will they go deep into the line? And Wade, Unparalleled Universe, he said no. He doesn't think they'll go deep, and he said they won't make a cut man. I think they will, but I don't think they will, if that makes sense. Jadatoys has already shown us that they will take the extra step, and they've already made damn near all of the Megaman characters people could want. They made ones people never thought they would get. So Jadatoys wins in that aspect to me, because Threezero has only shown us this, and there's a brown one out now, or a yellow one or something. But that's it. So far, we're just going to get repaints of Megaman from Threezero. And while Jadatoys has done repaints of this exact Megaman, they are doing other characters, so that's something else to look forward to. Now we come to the part in the video where I get into the recommendations. Should you buy this or should you buy this? Any true Megaman fan, if you love the characters, you're gonna buy them anyway, so there's nothing really I can say. And I only bought both, one because this is a new figure and I wanted to see what it was all about, and two is because I wanted to compare them to other figures of the same. Everything depends on your budget and your price. If you only have $25 and you find this Megaman, this is not a bad figure, buy it. If you want something a little more high quality, like more premium feeling, get the MDLX, but be warned that the arms and the leg pop off, so that's a drawback from this one. The drawback for the Jadatoys is going to be the single joints for me personally. Now that's only a me thing, because this thing can still pose and do whatever you need it to do. So if I had to recommend one of these to you, I would recommend the Jadatoys. Personally, it's a more playable toy. It poses, it has the accessories, it has the effects, it has a different face, it has everything you need to make a Megaman or Rockman, however you want to call him. But if you like premium figures and this is just your look, like if you just genuinely do not like the Jadatoys, the head's too big, whatever the issue is, you can go with the MDLX. They even have model kits that look a little bit better than this. But the thing with model kits is you can't really pose them and play with them because they will fall apart. But they have model kits, so you have options. But if you like premium stuff, heavy feel, nice paint, very premium, it is very premium, then go for the MDLX. Links in the description for either one, so check them out. Well, another major difference I have to point out is the gems, or the, I don't know what these are called, but the MDLX has a way better looking one. The Jada one's obviously just painted. This one's like compound, so it's like a red plastic over whatever's under there. It's also the same for the rockets on the bottom. It's like compound, so that red plastic is over silver paint, it looks like, and it just looks a lot better than the Jadatoys. So that's another thing you can compare if that's the route you want to go. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this comparison. Watch one of these other videos on the screen. I'll have all the videos I reviewed every Mega Man figure owns, and just check that out. And I'm out.